Hey, Jacob, can you take me back to what brought you into one of our faith and work groups?
Yeah, the person that brought me into it was Caleb E. Hart.
Oh, okay.
He'd
Yeah.
been with the group probably half a year at that point, and him and I worked a pretty entrepreneurial job together previously
Okay.
with a real estate developer, and had learned a lot together. And when he had joined the group, he was like, "Hey, this is something you'll probably find really helpful. It's just meeting up with kind of guys in our professional area that are either own a business or are doing something entrepreneurial that are following Christ and doing that together. And you just get to learn from these guys and work work through some things together and learn together. Civic, the biggest contributor to that is just the other guys that are part of the group that I was attending
Yeah.
and hearing from their experiences, like, oh, this is kind of something that's going on in my life, work, or marriage, and it's something I'm struggling with or something that's really worked really well. And just hearing from other people's experience was a big part. So
Have you kind of as a result been a little bit more intentional?
definitely, yeah, I guess at the beginning I was like, oh, if it's not something that's weekly or even bi-weekly, I might not really be thinking about it much, or the information we discuss, I won't retain it.
Yeah.
But there's a few different topics or ideas that have kind of stuck with me after those conversations, even until now. Like I can think
Mm.
of a couple examples.
Yeah. Yeah. What has? What?
There was one which I can't remember the scripture it was from, but we were talking about like different stages of life and different ventures being kind of a continuum, and kind of like a life cycle where you're
Hmm.
at the beginning and there's that excitement of starting something new. Um, and then there's the arc where you're in the beginning, there you're in the middle, and it becomes kind of a mundane, and you don't see that excitement from the beginning anymore, and you also don't see like the end.
Yeah.
And it's like day to day, but then there's always that the destination at the end. And we had it was what we talked about was a lot more nuanced than that, but that was a general idea to think about when you're in the middle of a project, what keeps you going when
Yeah.
there's just like the day to day stuff, and it's the same with your faith and even relationships. So that was a good one.
Yeah. And I think that was on the Jericho Wall, the 7 days, right?
Yes, that's what it was.
Right. It's that marching around where you don't see any progress of the wall weakening, but this idea that you're kind of stuck in the middle.